All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Sin City. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series heads to Sin City. It's Vegas. Race number 3 of that 2021 IndyCar Series season. It's 134 laps here, and you know what they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Who's going to come away with a victory? There's only one way to find out. Hang out right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's some IndyCar action tonight here in Vegas. Who's got luck on their side and who's going to roll craps? Stay tuned, boys and girls. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Right now, we are in the practice session, just finishing up the practice session, pretty close to qualification. About 7 minutes left in the practice session. Take a look at the schedule here in the IndyCar Series. This is the 3rd race of the season. Next week we have Iowa. That's going to be a great race, man. Great in IndyCars. Pocono Raceway coming up on May 15th. Gateway Raceway on May the 22nd. See Indianapolis Motor Speedway on May the 29th. Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond on the last 3 races of the season. Thanks so much for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, the broadcaster commentator. And great little track here. Las Vegas, 1.5 mile cookie cutter, 200 miles here tonight. And this thing is very, very fast. So, be on the lookout for some great side-by-side racing. Tough to pass on the outside, and you got to have some help here. So, going to have to work with some folks to be able to win this race. And we'll take a look at the track here at Vegas. Again, 1.5 miles. Banking in the turns, 12 to 20 degrees of progressive banking. So, a fair amount of banking. But again, the bottom groove was really the place to be here at this track. Pitting will be going into turn 3 here tonight. So they'll use the access road, or the apron, I should say, around 3 and 4. So getting on and off pit lane, assuming we have green flag pit stops, going to be key to bringing that car into victory lane here tonight. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Always appreciate folks coming out and watching the broadcast. Got a couple buddies in the chat already. Thomas Goholm and Richard Brooks coming in here to watch the IndyCar Series and probably cheer on their colleagues from Sim Racing Mania. Thank you for coming in, and always love having new viewers and also the old guard coming in and watching the races here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And then you can share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. More than welcome to share my videos here at TurnLeftTV. Again, please hit that thumbs up button and let me know you were here to watch these stream here tonight. Also, If you'd like to make a donation, you can make a donation straight through PayPal by clicking on the link up in the banner of the channel. And don't forget to support me by going down to the link in the description of this race and clicking on that Fanatec link and heading over that way. If you're interested in purchasing some racing equipment and considering them, please follow my link and help me out at TurnLeftTV. All right, man, we got a great race here for you tonight. IndyCar Series, always a fun one, a lot of action here. And these guys are pretty aggressive here, so hopefully going to have to dial down that aggressiveness there to be able to save your stuff and be there at the end. But we got a good one here for you tonight. I am going to be doing the DM here, so you'll probably see me put the banner up a little bit here while I give the drivers meeting after qualifications. A little bit later, we got another great race headed your way. Saturday Night Thunder, Darlington Raceway, 146 laps there. It's race number 3 in that second season of 2021. The Cup cars at Darlington, the Lady in Black. This is a very tricky track, man. So who's going to be able to tame the Lady in Black? Who's going to get the Darlington stripe? So tonight, Saturday Night Thunder in the High Octane Racing League. Let's take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Ricardo Almeida, a tough first race, comes away with a victory in the second race. On top there with 80 points. Dennis Lisinko, second in points. Jesus Iglesias, good season here for him so far. In third, Zach McCasey, fourth in points. Nikolaj Bezrikov is fifth. Danilo Coelho sixth with that big win in the first race. Alex Cootie seventh. Jair Leveda is 8th, Dan Richter 9th, and Alexander Meshkov rounding out the top 10. So getting some chatters. I got to copy and paste the link, I guess, for the chat session. So many things to do. So many things to do. There we go. So Jair Leveda joining us in here. Thomas Goldwolm and Richard Brooks, as I said. Thanks so much for coming in. So just a few seconds left here in the practice session. You guys kick it over to qualifications. Tonight's race brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. The rFactor 2 server, 3 self-managed packages available for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. Going to finish up the practice session, so headed over to qualifications. So it looks like these guys headed to qualifications. And again, 134 laps here tonight at Vegas. It's race number 3. If you're interested in joining us on Discord, there's the address at the bottom of the banner. So a 10-minute qualification session. These guys get 4 timed laps. And then we will have the drivers meeting and do a little reset of warm-up so they get a full warm-up session. And then we'll go to race. Last week, big race there for Ricardo Almeida. Had a tough first race and comes away with a victory in race number 2. Dan Richter finishing second, Nikolaj Bezrikov third. Pavel Andrzejewski finished in the 4th position. Denis Lasenko, 50. Meshkov, Oliveira, Moncasi, Cudi, and Miller rounding out the top 10. So Ricardo Almeida back to the winning ways for that team. So great win there at Kentucky for Ricardo. Take a look at Alex Cudi as his qualification effort here in the IndyCar Series. 18 drivers joining us. Dan Richter just joining. So we got somebody who has exited, so probably going to do some changes there. David Bollicker, the top time so far, 24.190. That was Cudi, currently 4th on the grid. Alex Cudi there, 2nd on the grid, 24.137. So good run there for Alex Cudi, currently 2nd on the grid for that to run. Zach Moncasi out here on the track. He's currently 6th on the grid. Take a look at Michael Brooks and his qualification effort. Currently 3rd on the grid. See if he can't improve that position. Rutsev is our top time, 24.012. Michael Brooks with a 24.121. Nikolaj Bezrikov, you got to really, when you're talking about race victory here, you got to be thinking about Nikolaj Bezrikov. This guy can flat out drive anything. Bezrikov currently second on the grid. Good run there for him. 24.020, excuse me, 030 for Bezrikov, currently P2. Denis Lysenko, his qualification effort. Right now 17th on the grid. 24.197, moving up to 9th on the grid for Lysenko. .085, Lysenko up to the 4th position. .101, Lysenko 6th on the grid. Take a look at Denis Yudichin in his qualification effort right now, 4th on the grid. Pretty fast here for Denis Yudichin. 24.049. 5/500ths of a second behind P1. .069 for Yudichin, and now Meshkov, our new top time. Alexander Meshkov, the Russian sensation, is our top time here so far. How about this, Felipe Nunez? 24.178. Felipe right now 12th on the grid. Felipe 12th there, 24.178. That's the last lap time. Meshkov, our top time, 23.995. Nunez, 24.168, 13th on the grid for him. Take a look at Stephen Miller and his qualification effort, currently 5th on the grid. 24.032. As Ricardo Almeida bumps everybody down a spot, now in P1. Take a look at Ricardo and his effort, 23.904. .885. My God, that is lightning fast right there. This is a guy you do not want to get clicking on all cylinders, man. He is just going to start racking up win after win after win. All right, I'm going to be doing the drivers meeting here, so I'm going to put the banner up for just a moment and make some adjustments. All right, looks like we're back at it. Thanks so much for letting me do the driver's meeting. A little tough there, man. Double duty. Double duty. Live streaming and doing the driver's meeting for the drivers here tonight. Big field here tonight. 19 drivers. Got some guys kind of joining and rejoining and so forth, getting some things dialed in here. So hopefully everybody's got whatever they need done here before we hit the race. So we got about 9.5 minutes here before race time. And again, thank you for being patient here while I do the driver's meeting. Not the perfect scenario, but a lot of our admin here are spending time with their family during the day. So I try to take care of double duty there. Let's take a look at the session results here. Qualification session. Ricardo Almeida with that time, 23.885. Will start in P1. Alexander Meshkov starts outside pole there in the 7 car. Dan Richter starts in 3rd. Sergei Butsev will start in the 4th position. Good to see Sergei out here tonight joining us. Nikolaj Bezrikov starts in the 5th position. Stephen Miller will start 6th. Denis Yudishin will start in the 7th position. Alex Kuti 8th. Dennis Lasenko starts in the 9th position. Michael Brooks will start 10th. Starting in the 11th position will be Givaldo Spindola. David Molliker will start 12th. Felipe Munez starts in the 13th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in the 14th spot. Jesus Iglesias will start 15th. Zach Casey starts in the 16th position. And Eugene Zaglatko starts in the 17th position. John Stanley starts in 18th. About 7 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Again, we'll take a look at the track here at Vegas. 1.5 mile cookie cutter. Banking in the turns 12 to 20 degrees. Rules are no racing below the white line. You're very tempted there to do that in the tri-oval. So if observed, if you get caught, you'll get penalized and have to do a drive-through. just a little bit under 4 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. I think what you can expect from this race is just high-speed action, man. This IndyCars, of course, we know these guys are pretty aggressive here in the IndyCar series, so hopefully they kind of be a little bit cautious there at the beginning of the race. Everything going to get bunched up here, and hopefully we'll have green flag racing from the green flag to the checkered flag. About 2 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Gilmar Peixoto joining us in here in the chat session. Also, Nikolaj Bezrikov, he's out there on the track. So, like cat in the box, I think is what that is. So, Gilmar rooting on the Brazilian drivers tonight. Good afternoon to him. All right, we're ready here, I think. Hold on to your horses here. This IndyCar at Vegas. Got to be a little lucky in Vegas, don't you? Got a pretty strong field here. 19 drivers joining us. All right, boys and girls, 134 laps here from Vegas. Race number 3 of the season. So this is going to be high speed, man. Non-stop action here at Vegas. So
attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
take a look at the starting order here tonight. Ricardo Almeida in the 28 starts in P1. Meshkov is second. Dan Richter starts in the third position. Sergei Butsev starts in fourth. In fifth will be Nikolaj Bezrikov. Denis Yudichin starts sixth. Alex Kuti will start in the seventh position. Denis Lysenko will start in eighth. In 9th is Michael Brooks. Givaldo Spindola starts in the 10th position. Jair Oliveira starts in 11th. David Moliker starts in 12th. Felipe Muniz starts in the 13th position. Claudio Bardella Jr. 14th. Jesus Iglesias starts in 15th. Zach McCasey starts in the 16th position. Starting in 17th is Eugene Zaglatko, and John Stanley starts in 18th. All right, looks like I got to restart warm-up here. Somebody has so it looks like somebody's got kicked there. So restart and warm up. Man, I tell you what, this game sometimes. This game. Anybody knows rFactor 2 knows the trials and tribulations of what goes on once you change sessions. So waiting on Sergey Butsev to come back here, I believe. And then we'll kick it over to race. This is when we need commercials. So right now, waiting on Sergey Butsev to be able to come back in here, rejoin. Looks like he got kicked at the rollover. That's always been a bug in this game in rFactor 2. I mean, there are a lot of things I think that rFactor 2 does right, but there are a lot of things there that are very, very challenging. All right, looks like we're going to switch it over.
Attention, Greg, we're all non-essential. Attention, Greg, we're all non-essential.
All right, I think we're ready. My God. I think we're finally ready. Three session rollovers and 3 guys get kicked. Huh? Gotta love that. Studio 397, hope you're watching this race. All right, man, I don't think we're going to go through the roll again. Here we go. Who's starting on P1? That's Ricardo Almeida. Bezrikov outside pole there in the second position. Dan Richter third. Sergey Butsev fourth. Nikolaj Bezrikov fifth. Stephen Miller is sixth. Denis Udichin is seventh. Alex Kuti eighth. Dennis Lasenko ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is Michael Brooks. 19 drivers here on the grid. Restarts are single file. Lights are out on the pace car. So here we go. Race number 3. It's Vegas. Sin City. Almeida will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're under green. Here we go. Good start there for the inside line. I think that inside line is going to be the place to be here, as Almeida gets a good start there. Coming around off turn 2. Already have somebody in the wall there. Bezrikov here having a tough time. He's up there on the outside. And he has made some contact with the wall, so definitely looking boogered up here for him. So far, so good here. But he's keeping it pointed in the right direction. Bezrikov there off the pacer a little bit. I think he's made some really hard contact with that outside wall. So down to the inside for him. On board here with Nikolaj Bezrikov running in P3. Guess that was Sergey Butsev there, not Nikolaj Bezrikov. Take a look at Dan Richter. Running in P4. Good tight battle there behind Dan Richter. Looking out the back of his machine, and man, a little bumpy here. Notice how the tab key is not working here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So the tab key not working anymore. That's interesting. At least on my screen not working. Ricardo Almeida now in P2 as Bezrikov, or excuse me, Alexander Meshkov, we'll figure it out. Alexander Meshkov makes that pass. So Meshkov now in P1 as Ricardo Almeida back to second position. Take a look at Denis Lasenko. And Denis Udichin. battling for position. Michael Brooks and Stephen Miller here battling for position. Michael Brooks now in 6th. Stephen Miller back to the 7th position. On board here with Michael Brooks. Just ahead of him, Sergei Butsev, Dan Richter. Tight battle there. We've been green here so far. Richter there looking on the outside line, see if he can't make a move on the outside line. He's going to end up giving up a spot there. Stephen Miller down below him. Stephen Miller down on the inside, side by side there with Michael Brooks. Off turn 4. Take a look at this pass here. Dennis Yudichin and Felipe Munez battling for position. Good tight battle right there. Munez up on the outside line. As Yudichin used that inside line. We told you that inside line is really the place to be. Looking out of the back of Dennis Yudichin's machine at Felipe Munez. He's running in the 11th position in that 18 car. Alex Cootie trying to make some moves here on Zach Munkasey. Cootie down to the inside line. Munkasey up on the outside line. Alex Cootie making that pass as Munkasey now has a battle on his hands with David Molliker. He gets by. Alex Cootie continuing to make some moves here. He's getting around Claudio Bardelli Jr. Molliker here trying to follow him through. Get back up here with our race leader. This is Alexander Meshkov. He has been strong all night long, man. Jair Leveda, top time, 23.847. Alexander Meshkov in P1. Ricardo Almeida second. Nikolaj Bezrikov in third. Jair Leveda here in the 17 car. Oh, tight battle right there. Somebody up the track. As Oliveira trying to make that pass, taking over the 7th position. Michael Brooks, it looked like he was up the track. Again, we'll take a look at this as Brooks and Stephen Miller might have gotten together right there. Brooks up the track right there as Oliveira going to use that unfortunate circumstance there to get by. We'll see what happened here as Michael Brooks goes up the track here. And then looks like Stephen Miller climbs up the track and gets into Michael Brooks and almost puts him into the wall. I think he might have scraped his tires on the wall. Does a great job of hanging on to that thing. But definitely some contact there. But, take a look on board here with Michael Brooks. Watch this. He's up the track here and then just contact right there and hard into the wall with those right side tires. He's got a little bit of damage there now. Take a look at Claudio Bardelli Jr. here running in the 15th position. Just behind him, Zach Munkasey. Up on that outside line. Looking out of the back of Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s machine at Zach Munkasey. Zach Munkasey going to the high side here, trying to get by. Take a look at this. This is way up the track there is Givaldo Spindola as Eugene Zadalto gets by. David Molliker and Jesus Iglesias having a battle through the tri-oval. Side by side here. Jesus trying to pick up that spot. David Molliker not able to pull off that pass as Jesus Iglesias holds on to that spot. So in 12th, Molliker is in 13th. Molliker still trying to press the issue on the outside line. Givaldo Spindola trying to bounce back here. Battling Eugene Zaglotko. Spindola on the outside line is going to pick up that spot. Stephen Miller trying to move up. Stephen Miller on the inside line here, racing Sergei Butsev. Stephen Miller now moving up to the 5th position. Man, we have a mess right here. Oh, there might have been some contact. Oh, JJ gets into the wall. This guy's done avoiding. Oh, we got a Stephen Miller off the pace. Stephen Miller's off the pace there. He is backwards, no caution flag, and he's upside down. You're no caution flag. How is that possible? How is that possible? Take a look at Zach Munkasey. Man, I'll tell you what, man, I don't know what happened. Stephen Miller might have made some contact there with Dan Richter here. We'll take a look. Stephen Miller on the inside line. Now, you see JJ gets up in the wall, and then Stephen Miller just gets loose. I think he just got loose coming off the turn. He's down on the inside line, tries to come over, and gets into, looked like it might have been Dan Richter. Be nice if I had the tab key. David Molliker maybe right there. There's contact. 29 car hanging on, and Miller goes for a ride. Take a look at Sergei Butsev in his view. He's up in the wall right there, and then Stephen Miller. Contact for him, and he's spinning around on the infield and does not bring out a caution flag. He just got into racing there. He just got into someone and came around. Right here, watch this. He's got a run, a heck of a run here, and he drives down way below the white line and then comes back up on the track and gets into a car and spins this machine. And hard contact for him, so he got down way below those white lines there, and you know, I don't know, speed or whatever, but got up the line beside that car and made some contact. Nikolaj Bezrikov, Felipe Munez here having a battle. Bezrikov up the track. On board here with Munez running in the 6th position. Just behind it, just a bit in front of him is Dan Richter. Zach Munkasey and Claudio Bardelli Jr. here having a battle. Zach Munkasey down to the bottom line. Claudio Bardelli Jr. up on the high line. And Munkasey picks up that spot. Bardelli Jr. going to fight back there on the outside line, however. So that white car is Claudio Bardelli Jr. Zach Munkasey down to the bottom line here. So good battle here between the two of these guys. Bardelli Jr. not able to pull. Oh, yeah, he is. He's going to come by. So Zach Munkasey going to lose a spot there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. reclaims that. Munkasey now back to 15th. Dennis Udichin and Nikolaj Bezrikov. Bezrikov in that black machine as Udichin goes down to the inside line in the yellow car and makes that pass. So, oh, man, I tell you what, Bezrikov way up the track there, gets into the wall. On board here with Dennis Udichin right now running in the 8th position. You've got a mess of cars ahead. Dan Richter and Jair Oliveira here battling it out side by side. Jair in that dark blue machine on the inside line. Dan Richter pulling off that pass, and we've got a spin here. I don't have any caution flag coming out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
There we go. Oh, man, that is a hard lick right there. And Dan Richter flipping over. What a hard lick there for him. We'll see what happened here. It looked like Jair Oliveira got into Dan Richter, and Dan Richter going for a ride. We'll take a look here again. See Dan Richter right there on that second lane on the inside, and then JJ climbing up the track there and getting into Dan Richter. Tons of impact. Ricardo Almeida is our leader, and now it's our first caution flag. And for some reason, my tab key is not working to show the driver tags here, so makes it a little bit difficult. Hopefully theirs is working. Mine's working on my other computer. For some reason, it's not working on this one, but nonetheless. So very, very interesting racing. Very competitive racing there, and 32 laps here at Green Flag Racing. That was a pretty good run there.
Road will be open this time. Release that car.
Okay, we'll get pit stops, I would imagine, underway. It's going to be interesting here. A lot of guys going to be coming down pit lane. On board here with Ricardo Almeida, making a pit stop. Our race leader. So on board, or watching Ricardo Almeida as he makes a pit stop. Pretty quick pit stop there for him. Got some shenanigans on pit lane. So some shenanigans on pit lane. We got a car turned around. Oh, and he's going to back it out there. That's going to get tight right there. It's got some guys in the grass. So some shenanigans on pit lane. We got a car sideways. Watch this. Zach Casey gets shoved over here in the grass to avoid car coming back out.
Pit road will be open this time.
Right there, man, that was a hard lick. I'm not sure who that was. Right there, there's contact on pit lane. This guy's vying for position. Not gotten any word on somebody spinning around on my readout there, but right there, man. Oh, a tough break. Michael Brooks out of the back of his machine. So hopefully they got that worked out, but somebody's got some pretty significant damage now. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is our race leader. It's a pretty good lesson there for Studio 397 of, how important the driver tags are. Not only for broadcasters, but also for guys when they're lining up here trying to figure out who they need to be behind. You know, especially in a series like this where a lot of guys are porting in their own cars. You're not really used to the paint schemes. You may not have a car set. It's always helpful to have those driver tags on these full course cautions so you can figure out who to follow. You know, the game is telling you who you need to be behind. And I'm going to spend a little time here on my soapbox. But these guys should have figured this out a long time ago. I'm not sure what's taken so long to enable driver tags in the new UI, but that's what's keeping a lot of guys here for the oval racing from advancing into the new UI is the lack of driver tags. And certainly from a broadcaster's standpoint, you know, that's hard for me to figure out who that is that spun around, not used to some of those paint schemes. Bardelli Jr. here in the white machine as staying out. He's driving in this 19 car, and he's the race leader. Ricardo Almeida is in second. Now we do have, looks like Stephen Miller is second in line. Stephen off the pace there a little bit. I believe he is 3 laps down, so he's second on the in the lineup here, but he is 3 laps down. So Bardelli Jr. will lead the field here to take the green flag as we start lap 36. That was a huge impact right there. Almeida is second. Felipe Munez has that car to the third position. Alexander Meshkov fourth. Dennis Lysenko is fifth. In single file restarts. Cold tires here. These guys need to sort of take that into consideration here. You're going to want to try to gain some positions, but remember, on cold tires. Pace car is off. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green. Bardelli Jr. in P1.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. It's a good fair amount of, we got a penalty here for John Stanley. Fair amount of good green flag racing. He's Bardelli Jr. off to a great start right there. Take a look at Eugene Zadalko, and John Stanley's got to come down pit lanes. You see him peeling off the track. He got caught speeding or something, but he's got to serve a penalty. Dennis Lysenko trying to make a pass here on Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov on the inside line as Lysenko's up on the outside line. We're on board here with Lysenko, and it is side by side between the two of those guys. So you look out of the side of Lysenko's car, and you see Alexander Meshkov in that red, white, and blue number 7.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, contact right there. Contact. We got a yellow flag here. So those guys are 3 wide. Through the grass, somebody's in the pits. Somebody's in the pits. Sliding through the pits, and there was contact there. Felipe Munez went for a ride, I believe. Second caution flag. Ricardo Almeida had taken the lead. Take a look at that pass there just before the shenanigans. The 18 car. On the inside line, there is Claudio Bardelli Jr. in that white machine, and he got 3 wide. Oh, and it's drifted up the track. Drifted up the track right there, and then there was more extracurricular. Michael Brooks, I think, went for a ride. And Almeida avoiding that disaster. We'll take a look and see what happened here. A little bit more detail. He got chippy right there. You see that's 3 wide. And they just contact right there. Michael Brooks coming back down. He's trying to avoid that car up on the high side, and contact. Felipe Munez comes around too. Hard lick for him. Felipe just didn't have anywhere to go. I think he was stuck on the bottom side. You see Felipe Munez in that blue machine on the bottom side, and Michael Brooks coming off the turn with Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the outside line. It gets into him, and then Felipe slide. Oh, man, he might have gotten clipped right there as well. Felipe just no fault of his own, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Right there as Michael Brooks comes across his car, and then contact for him. So Bardelli Jr. got kind of up the track here. He's up in the wall, and then this shenanigans happens behind him, and it was already unfolding right there. See right here, you see out of the side of his machine right there as those guys are going to get together. And Michael Brooks, hard lick under the pits. So Bardelli Jr. comes out of that unscathed.
Pit road will be open this time for that car.
So now we got a second pit stop here. Munez has retired his machine. Tough break there, Felipe Munez. No fault of his own, really. Somebody came across the nose. It's like a little bit of a server hitch right there.
Pit road will be open this time.
So we're going to get some guys coming down pit lane. Almeida is the leader. Dennis Lisenko is in second. Meshkov back up to the third position. Bezrikov fourth. Yudichin is fifth. Moliker sixth. Iglesias seventh. Alex Kuti eighth. Sergei Butsev ninth. Zach Munkasey is 10th. So we had a pretty good green flag run, and then now our second caution flag here, 43 laps in. Forget coming up next week on Friday, May the 7th. Race number 6 in that High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, Darlington Raceway. 110 laps there from the Lady in Black. Should be a great race. We had a caution-free race last night. And very challenging track there at Kansas. Challenging setup, and I think it made for some great racing. So keep your eyes peeled for Darlington Raceway coming up next week. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It'll be 1 to go this time.
Getting a 1 to go here as Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Dennis Lisinko second. Alexander Meshkov third. Bezrikov starts in the fourth position. Udichin is fifth. See Moliker, Iglesias, Kuti, Butsev, and Munkasi rounding out the top 10. John Stanley there making a pit stop, coming back out. Will start in the 15th position. So it looks like we're calling that a racing deal. Really, Bardella Jr. was up the track there on the outside and looked like just trying to avoid contact with the car on the outside line. Michael Brooks came across the nose there, but Felipe Munez. Munez, obviously the worst off in that situation. But calling that a racing deal, so no penalties assessed. Felipe has retired his machine, however, finishing in the 19th position. All right, pace car is off. Ready to go back green. Here we go. Single file restarts. Almeida will lead the field. Start lap 45. 90 laps to go. Lisinko and Meshkov here battling it out. Meshkov on the outside line in that red, white, and blue machine. He's going to pick up a position here as Lisinko in the red car on the inside line. Looks like they are good battle right there. Meshkov now up to P2. He's got a lightning fast car. Meshkov here looking to maybe take the race lead. He's up on the outside line here challenging Ricardo Almeida. Good side-by-side racing here for the race lead. Meshkov up on the outside line. Ricardo Almeida in the yellow car on the inside line. Meshkov might have a little bit of help here from Lisinko. Lisinko diving down to the inside line, however, now going back to the high side. Can Meshkov pull off that pass? He doesn't have what he needs, and he might end up losing that spot as Lisinko starting to peek around on the inside line. Don't forget about David Moliker. Don't talk too much about him. He's running in, Bezrikov, Nikolaj Bezrikov running in P4. We have talked a lot about him. We talk about him all the time. He's running in the fourth position. You see Meshkov up there in second. Almeida leading. And just ahead is Dennis Lisinko. David Moliker leading up this second group, running in the fifth position. Jesus Iglesias in sixth, Sergei Butsev seventh, Dennis Udichin is in eighth. These guys need to get something started here to try to catch up to that front four. Stay in line, work together. That front four, they want to run away from the rest of the field. They want a huge gap on the rest of the field. They're starting to get a little racy there. Sergei Butsev getting a little racy. Jesus Iglesias just ahead of him. Butsev here in the 25 car running in P7. Too wide there. Iglesias looking around on the high side. He might end up leaving that door open for Sergei Butsev. Butsev down to the inside line here. He's got a little bit of a run. You got to be very careful. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Oh, no! Yellow. We got contact and a yellow flag, and those four guys coming around. Oh, more contact. We got a spoiler up in the air. Oh, well, no, it's going to land on the crowd. Oh, my heavens, man. That was a hard lick. Just had a feeling that things were going to get out of hand right there with that second group. You know, I was suggesting that they just need to kind of settle down and maybe close in. But no. They had to go for broke. we got a caution flag. So Iglesias, Moliker involved. Eugene Saglotko involved. See what happened here. See, there's contact right there. That's Moliker and Iglesias getting together. And then carnage behind. So Iglesias in that red and white car, in the Avalon sponsor machine, gets a run, and he tries to go down to the bottom side right here. And then there's going to be contact with David Moliker right there. He gets into David Moliker. Moliker does a great job of, I was going to say he's going to hang on to that thing, but then there's contact there, and man, carnage. Moliker just had nowhere to go. He's trying to hang on to this thing, and he just gets absolutely waylaid right there. My heavens, and they've got spoilers and fenders and tires, and there's one that flies up. Oh, fortunately, it doesn't hit a fan. And they're all laying down there, taking the duck and cover, as you can see. Eugene, hard lick there for him. He's the one who lost the front wing. Going on board here with this. This is just going to hurt. Oh, man, Eugene making contact. See what JJ saw in front of his machine. Oh, man, I think everything cleared up for him, didn't it? Hard contact, and got a number of guys there that have pretty significant damage. So now we're going to get some more pit stops here. So, you know, we had such a good string here of green flag racing, and then things just started getting out of hand here. All right, dog doesn't like the caution flag. She's barking. So Ricardo Almeida in P1, Alexander Meshkov second, Lysenko third, Bezrikov fourth, Michael Brooks in the fifth position. So like I said, we had a good run of 30-plus laps of green flag racing, and then it just got messy. I had a feeling, you know, I was a little bit scared there. It was going to get a little messy once these guys started, getting bunched back up again. So just a little patience, letting these tires kind of warm up a little bit and trying to get a little racy here. But guys are trying to, it's hard to pass. Guys are trying to really go for broke there and get some positions on the start, and that ends up causing some problems. And as fast as this track is, I mean, as fast as these cars are, a lot of guys get caught up in that. So Almeida is definitely in the spot where he wants to be, and he's out front. Meshkov is having a good run here in P2. Lysenko is in third. Bezrikov fourth. Jair Oliveira finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. He's in the 18th position. Well, coming up in a little while, we'll be at Darlington Raceway in the Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 3 in that second season of 2021. 146 laps from the Lady in Black. This thing is going to be a very challenging track. Very fun race. Always a fun race in the Cup cars. And don't want to miss it. It'll be starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On board here with Alexander Meshkov running in second position, so getting a 1 to go. Apparently somebody needs to tell the driver of the pace car because the lights are still on. Iglesias coming down pit lane, serving his penalty there, so he's going to have to start in the back of the field. Currently still have 18 drivers of 19 in the race. You're 55 laps in. Working on caution flag number 3. 32 laps of caution-free racing, and now 2 quick cautions in a row. We're going to get back green here. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go back green as the pace car is off.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Almeida leading the field. Alex Cudi getting a penalty there. Almeida there leading the field, and we got a good battle there for the third position. That's Michael Brooks, Dennis Lisenko. Michael Brooks in the fourth position trying to get by Dennis Lisenko. Lisenko's got pretty fast car just in front. Michael Brooks in his 8 car looking on the outside line to see if he can't make some moves here. Really, I would say not really going to help yourself right now in advancing your position. You got 4 cars there, sort of a little bit of a breakaway. Maybe 5 cars as Nikolaj Bezrikov in this mix here, but there's really no advantage, I think, right now of really fighting these guys for position. You get that front 5 sort of out there running away from everybody right now, and fighting for the 6th position is Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Zach Munkasey. Munkasey on the inside line. Holding on that spot is Claudio Bardelli Jr. looking to try to get around in the 19 car. So Munkasey does a lot of streaming from his in-car here. Oh, man, I tell you what, can't be dipping those, can't advance your position there as Bardelli Jr. The inside got down below the white line, and it's going to get tight right there. Going to get tight. Guys got to be very, very careful here. You cannot pinch that guy down, or you're going to end up having a wreck. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Nikolaj Bezrikov. Some of these guys are a lap down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. Now, I had a feeling, man, that front 4 just weren't content. That front 5 just weren't content with being where they were. Michael Brooks has come around, it looks like. He's getting that car straightened back up. Lisenko also come around. You saw those guys fighting pretty hard for position, and they finally got into one another. Okay, so Ricardo Almeida taking the flag. Take a look and see what happened here. Cinco getting into the back of Michael Brooks, it looks like, and then up the track, looks like. So Michael Brooks had gotten around, I believe, Dennis Cinco. See Michael Brooks in that solid red car, I believe. Actually, Cinco, actually. Michael Brooks is in that red and white car. And gets into the back of Cinco, it looks like. And then up the track. Took it out of the back of Cinco's machine. Brooks, a little bit of a punt right there on Cinco. And Stephen Miller gets caught up in that. Unfortunately for him, he had nowhere to go. Stephen Miller here riding along. Now he is several laps down and just nowhere to go is Stephen Miller coming around. He gets that car straightened back up.
Pit road will be open this time for that car.
As Ricardo Almeida takes that caution flag. He is the race leader. Bezrikov in second. So the dog barking, definitely not in liking that caution flag. Sadie is upset right now. Almeida is first, Bezrikov second, Brooks third, Bezrikov fourth, Moncasi is fifth, Mordelli Jr. sixth, Butsev seventh, Zaglatko is eighth, Alex Cudi ninth, Givaldo Spindola is 10th. So race control indicating that Michael Brooks is going to have to come down pit lane.
Pit road will be open this time.
I want to say thank you for coming out and watching this race here tonight. A little bit messy here. These guys just need to settle down, man. It's almost like these guys just are hyper aggressive. Kind of not realizing, man, the closing rates are quick, the cars are quick, and guys are going to be dicing around a little bit here. But it's a little early here. You're only about halfway through this race, and just settle down a little bit, and then you can race it like gangbusters, say in the last 15 laps or so. But guys really trying to vie for position early on, and I think putting themselves in a position to a risky position, and just bringing out some caution flags here. So we had 32 laps of green flag racing here, and now we've had 3 quick cautions in a row because guys are just being a little aggressive. So just settle it down, hit a little bit, and everything will be all right. But thanks for coming out. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And hopefully we'll get a green flag stint here the rest of the way. Dennis Vandeven joining us here in the chat session. Thomas Goldwolm as well. I believe Thomas might be doing a little bit of spotting for Michael Brooks. Now, I'll tell you what, I really got to think about Alexander Meshkov and where he's got this car right now. So far this season, I think this is his best effort. And really, I think right out of the gate, when I was watching him in practice, he was lightning fast, got the car up front in qualifications. And this red, white, and blue machine here of Alexander Meshkov looking pretty solid here in this 7 car. Michael Brooks coming down pit lane, it looks like. So getting to 1 to go. Lights are still on the pace car, but we are getting that 1 to go as Michael Brooks serving his drive-through, starting at the tail end of the field. Almeida, Meshkov, Bezrikov, Munkacy, Bardelli Jr. Watch that P4, P5 battle there. Munkacy and Bardelli Jr. have been battling pretty hard. So far we have one driver out of the race. Felipe Munez out of the race there. Hard lick for him. Not his fault. Just got caught up in an accident there.
Green flag, go, go, go.
So a big gap there between Stephen Miller and the leaders. Not sure what he was waiting on there, but he was way back and caused a big gap there between third place car and the rest of the field. So now Nikolaj Bezrikov is in third, and he has got some work to do to try to catch up to that field. Good run here for him as he's on that outside line. Going to try to make a pass here on Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller running in the 16th position is 2 laps down. Bezrikov trying to pick up that spot, pick up that position on the track. Zach Munkacy would be better off, I think, right now with to follow that guy on the outside line. Bezrikov advance his position. He's holding that bottom line. Zach Munkacy down to the inside line. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in this mix. And that white machine. Again, this is tightening up here. These guys got to be really careful here. Somebody makes a little slip here, tries to dice around, and you're going to end up having some issues. You're getting tight right there. Bardelli Jr., Sergei Butsev in this mix. Butsev in at the yellow, blue, white machine. Take a look at Butsev. He is running behind Zach Munkacy. Munkacy up on the outside line. He's going to try to get around Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller holding that bottom line here. As these guys wanting to get around as he is a lap car. So he's going to the high line here, letting those lead lap cars get by. Look at this battle here. Denis Lysenko. Yudichin on the inside line. Lysenko in that red machine up on the outside line. This is a battle for the 9th position. Take a look at Yudichin as he makes that pass. Now in the 9th spot. These guys need to settle down here a little bit. Michael Brooks in this mix. Alex Cudi. Alex Cudi here having a battle with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Alex Cudi up on the outside line here. He's going to try to go and pass on Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in the white machine. This is for the 6th position. So Alex Cudi picking up that spot. Alex Cudi now setting his sights on P5. Lysenko and Yudichin having a more of a battle. Yudichin way up the track there. Yudichin in the wall as Lysenko makes that pass. Michael Brooks trying to slip through there as you saw Yudichin go up the track as Michael Brooks now trying to get around Denis Lysenko. This is for the 9th position. Good side-by-side battle right there. Lysenko on the inside line, and Michael Brooks is going to get around. Picking up P9, Lysenko back to 10th. Givaldo Spindola. Don't talk too much about Givaldo here tonight. He is trying to get around Jesus Iglesias. Iglesias up on the high side as Spindola making that pass. Picking up the 12th position. Lysenko not content. There's Michael Brooks makes some contact with the outside wall. Lysenko down to the inside line. Can he make this pass? Yudichin's behind him. Yudichin goes up to the high side. Now goes back down low. Michael Brooks working an outside line, able to hold on to that spot. We're taking a look out of the front of Denis Lysenko's machine. This number 10 car. Michael Brooks in P9, Lysenko in 10th. Yudichin in the 11th position. Take a look on our race leader, Ricardo Almeida. Alexander Meshkov battling for position, P1, P2. Tell you, really got to be thinking about Alexander Meshkov here tonight. His shot maybe to pull off a victory here, and he has got some cagey veteran racing with him, and that is Ricardo Almeida, last season's champion. Eugene Zagladko here battling it out with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. up on the high side. Eugene is down on the bottom side here. Good tight battle right there. Eugene gets by. Claudio Bardelli Jr. up on the high side, now back to 8th. Drop him down below the line there. You got to be very, very careful there. Not advance your position. So Zagladko now in 7th. Bardelli Jr. in 8th. Just got the tab key to work. Not going to tell you why. It wasn't because I mapped it to another button and forgot. No, it couldn't have possibly been that. Here's Ricardo Almeida. You got to tell you what, Almeida has got a heck of a battle on his hands with Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov in that red, white, and blue car. So good side-by-side running here. Alex Cudi, Zach Munkasey here battling it out. Zach Munkasey running in the 5th position. Alex Cudi is running in the 6th spot, and there might have been some contact behind them. There might have been contact. Take a look right here. Stephen Miller down on the bottom side, and looked like maybe Zagladko had gotten down to the inside and maybe got into him. Take a look at this again. Stephen Miller on the inside on that speed detail sponsor machine. It's a little bit earlier. So he's up on the outside line now, getting a run. Zagladko up on the outside is Stephen Miller. And Zagladko doesn't expect him to be there and almost causes a huge accident. Zagladko, Johnny on the spot there, making some adjustments. How about this, Claudio Bardelli Jr.? He's going to try to take advantage of that, get by Zagladko. Zagladko up on the outside is Bardelli Jr. making that pass. You see Zagladko tucking in. Bardelli Jr. up to 7th. Zagladko is in 8th. This battle is not going away. Bardelli Jr. in the white machine. Zagladko trying to close back in. Take a look at Ricardo Almeida. I'll tell you what, man, he has no room to breathe. Jair Oliveira in this mix. Now, Jair is 3 laps down in the 17 car, running in the 17th position. Meshkov on the outside line. A little bit of help there from the 17 car. Good green flag run here. Good side-by-side running between P1, P2. Heck of a battle right there between P1 and P2. And I think Meshkov is going to need a good run, but a little bit of help to try to get around Ricardo Almeida. Oliveira running with these guys. He is 3 laps down. Take a look at Dan Richter here running in the 14th position. He is 1 lap down. A tough battle there for him. He had a huge, got involved in a huge wreck earlier. Flipped that car upside down and about 10 flips in the air, and now back at it in that Purdue University sponsored machine, running in the 14th position. So a tough break there for the number 2 car. Trying to get the best finish he possibly can. He's going to need a little help there, a little bit off the pace with all that damage. Take a look at Sergei Butsev. Now he is running behind. He is actually running in the 3rd position, running behind Dan Richter. You see those guys up there, not too far away from the race leaders. Meshkov and Jair Oliveira up there. JJ again 3 laps down, and Ricardo Almeida up there. So Sergei Butsev in the hunt here. Don't forget about Nikolaj Bezrikov. This guy has won a lot of races, man. He is a GT3 specialist, coming out here to do some Indy cars, and right now running in P4. I tell you what, man, these guys just can't figure it out here. This is Bardelli Jr. and Zagladko. These guys just keep fighting for position. Who wants that 7th place position? These guys having a great battle. Good side-by-side battle and a clean battle here between the two. Bardelli Jr. has to tuck back in as Zagladko holds on to the P7. Udichin just behind them, running in the 9th position. Lysenko just back there in 10th. Michael Brooks in this mix too, so 9th, 10th, and 11th. And they're closing in on P7, P8 right now, so keep your eye on Dennis Udichin on board here with him as he's closing in on Bardelli Jr., so this could get a little hairy. Sergei Butsev, Nikolaj Bezrikov here racing for position. They got lap car there just in front. but they have closed in on that front group. And this changes things on board here with Sergei Butsev. Dan Richter's just ahead. Dan Richter having showing some muscle here, and he wants to get around the race leader. Dan Richter wants to get back on the lead lap. He's up there with the race leaders. Butsev following him through. Richter is pacing P3, P4.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here just as we were tightening it back up, man. As Ricardo Almeida will take the caution flag here. So a good green flag run right there, but finally caught up to us. We'll see what happened. So Almeida catching up to the pace car here, and we'll see what happened here. See Dennis Udichin and then Claudio Bardelli Jr. These guys have been battling for quite a while, and they might have made some contact right there, and it looks like Bardelli Jr. taking a ride. Udichin also through the grass. Bardelli Jr. actually hangs onto that machine. On board here with Dennis Udichin. He gets into, looks like he got into Bardelli Jr. Take a look and see what happened right there. We'll back this up a little bit. So it looks like Udichin and Lasenko is in this mix, but he gets around. And those guys get together. Right there, contact between the two. So back here to live feed. So Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Meshkov is second. Butsev third. Bezrikov is fourth. Moncasi fifth.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So we're getting some pit stops here. As Almeida coming down pit lane, our race leader, Meshkov following him in, and this could be a big pit stop here for Meshkov. He can get that car up front, out front there ahead of Almeida, might be able to he does not get that car out in front of Meshkov, or excuse me, out in front of Almeida. Meshkov has to tuck back in, but still P1, P2 on those guys.
road will be open this time. It'll be 1 to go this time by.
All right, we're getting to 1 to go here as Ricardo Almeida is the leader. Bezrikov is second. It was doing some penalty clearing, it looked like. Some guys somebody was forced to pit under the pit closed and got a penalty for that because they were running out of gas, so they had to pit. So Butsev in third, Bezrikov fourth, Munkasi is in fifth, Alex Kuti sixth, Dennis Lysenko seventh, Eugene Zaglotko is eighth, Michael Brooks ninth, Givaldo Spindola is 10th.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Almeida is the leader. Bezrikov in second. Butsev third. Bezrikov is fourth. Munkasi is in the fifth position. No lap car in the way now as these guys can race it out. Is it going to stay green? Bezrikov has a heck of a run and he gets by Almeida. Bezrikov to P1. Almeida now working to play catch-up here. Working from P2. Can he get by Bezrikov? Bezrikov holding that bottom line. Sergei Butsev on the bottom line here. What's he going to do? So Bezrikov the leader. Almeida wants that lead back. Bezrikov, P1. Almeida second. Butsev third. We've got a gaggle of cars behind him. Nikolaj Bezrikov, Michael Brooks, Alex Cootie. Oh, they're 3 wide. Zach Munkasey in this mix. Zach Munkasey, they're 3 wide coming through the turn. Munkasey squeaking through. My heavens, man. Take a look at that. Munkasey on the inside gets into. We got a yellow flag here as Michael Brooks. Munkasey might have gotten together. We'll go back to live here as Alexander Mashkov will lead the field to take this caution flag. And we'll see what happened. Givaldo Spindola. A little bit of contact right there. Spindola comes around and he spins. It looks like Dan Richter gets caught up in that. Right there, Spindola's on the outside line. Richter is on the inside line. Spindola coming down. And he's sideways. Richter trying to avoid holding his line there. And Spindola comes around. Might have been a little bit of taking the air off of him, but Spindola does come around, spins that machine. So back up here to live, lap 111. So I had a feeling, man, this things are kind of ticking up a notch, aren't they? Just a little bit. So Meshkov the leader. Almeida is second. Butsev is in third. Bezrikov fourth. Munkasey is in fifth. Don't forget, coming up next Friday, we'll be at Darlington Raceway. 110 laps for race number 6 in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. Caution-free race last night at a very challenging track. And that is up on YouTube if you want to give that a look. That was a great race at Kansas Speedway. Very, very dramatic finish as well. So check that one out. And we'll be back at it at Darlington Raceway next Friday, May 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now we got to wonder here, does Meshkov have the moxie to hold off Ricardo Almeida? He does have a little bit of help, I think, from Butsev and Bezrikov. Those guys have run a lot of laps with Meshkov, so keep your eye on P3, P4. Who will they work with? Now, they also have to play a little bit of defense here because Zach Munkasey, Michael Brooks also have fast cars. and are in this mix.
Pit road will be open this time.
But Meshkov has been very, very fast all night long. Qualified up front. So he has really been, I think, on par with Ricardo Almeida here tonight. This would be a huge win for Alexander Meshkov. He loves these Indy cars, drives a lot of different types of cars, runs a league. And, really attuned. He has a lot of knowledge here in the rFactor 2 sim. But this would be a huge win for that camp. Almeida is our points leader. Got a win last week. And definitely wants to try to get another one this week. Each and every time he comes out. I mean, he wants to win the race, and he is in the hunt unless something happens to him. But tonight, he's got a little challenge. Butsev has bounced back there for some adversity, and now back in P3. Bezrikov has had a fast car here tonight too. Talking about our GT3 specialist. So Bezrikov in P4. Casey has had a pretty good run here. He's running in P5. Take a look at on board here with Zach Casey running in the 5th position. Been a pretty good run here for him. So I suspect we're going to go green next time by.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
So getting a 1 to go as Meshkov will lead the field. All right, pace car is off. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green. Meshkov leading the field. Almeida is second.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Meshkov there holding on to P1. Almeida looking like he wants to get around. Holding his line. Butsev in this mix. Bezrikov in 4th. On board here with Nikolaj Bezrikov running in P4. Meshkov holding that bottom line there, guarding that bottom line. He realizes Almeida's going to need some help to pass on the outside line. Jesus Iglesias. Now Oliveira's come off track here. Not sure what's happened to Oliveira. Oh, contact right there as Oliveira spins. He gets through the grass, and there was contact. I'm not sure who he got into. But he holds on to that thing. So we'll see what happened here as this is Michael Brooks and Dennis Lisenko getting after it. Something happened to Oliveira. He came off track here as looks like Eugene Zaglotko. And Eugene might have gotten into the front of Oliveira, and he spins. Tough break there for him, man. There was contact, but no caution flag came out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now we got a caution flag. As Meshkov continuing to lead here. Here on lap 120. This is going to be interesting here now because the the lap down cars are going to have to go to the back of the field. Yudichin comes across the track. He gets into the wall, comes across the track, and gets into Zaglotko, I think. Might have been Zaglotko getting into the wall here. We'll take a look. Zaglotko comes up the track right here, smacks the wall, and then comes back down and gets across Yudichin. And those guys, climbing up the track right there. As Zaglotko comes across his nose. He's on board here with Dan Richter. Sees Zaglotko comes across the track there and gets into Yudichin. And then those guys coming back across the track.
Pit road will be open this time. Release that car.
All right, so with less than 15 to go, that means the lap down cars will start at the tail end of the field here. So they'll get some message about who to follow. Follow the messaging on the screen.
road will be open this time.
Pit road is open. I would suggest to you that the lead lap cars are these front runners are not going to make a pit stop here. Just as I suspected. So, very interesting play here on the plug-in. So the plug-in has been modified by Matt Sintel. Thanks so much to him to add in the IndyCar rules, the stock car rules plug-in. So what you're going to see here is with the one to go, the lead lap cars will all start nose to tail, and then the lap down cars will have to start behind them in their respective order. Bezrikov, the leader. Almeida is second. Butsev is third. Moncasi is fourth. Bezrikov is fifth. Cito Rivera joining us in the chat session. He was in here a little bit earlier ago, and appreciate him coming in and joining us. Been a little bit messy here on occasion. We had two pretty decent green flag runs, and now I would suggest to you that this is going to get even, I don't want to say messier, but the intensity level is going to go up, that's for sure. Take a look at the schedule here. Next week we'll be at Iowa Speedway. So thanks so much to Alex Cuddy for his work on forcing the setup there on this track. So these guys will already be on that short oval configuration that'll clear up some confusion. So that's a great track coming up next week. Alex making that track or working on that track to get it out to us. So always enjoy Iowa. That's going to be a great one. Pocono Raceway coming up on May the 15th. So can Bezrikov hold off Ricardo Almeida here for the win? Butsev in third. Moncasi now in fourth. Bezrikov is fifth. Lasinko sixth. Brooks seventh. Cuddy eighth. Bardelli Jr. ninth. And Iglesias rounding out the top 10.
Green flag, go, go, go!
Outside line there fighting. Michael Brooks. Looks like Moncasi in this mix maybe. Lasinko, Bezrikov all in this mix. And Bezrikov holding off a charge so far from Ricardo Almeida. Butsev in third. Moncasi is fourth. Lasinko fifth. Lasinko now has a battle on his hands from Michael Brooks. Michael Brooks taking over P5. Lasinko now back to sixth. That is a slugfest behind. These guys getting after it back there. And man, I'll tell you what, it's going to end up being a nightmare if these guys continue to slug it out. Bardelli Jr. He's up on the outside line. These guys are going to go three wide here. Three wide at Vegas. So, oh man, are they going to be able to pull it off? Looks like they do so far. Bardelli Jr. just ahead. And that white car now going to give up a spot there. Bezrikov going to get by. Can Mashkov hold on to finish this thing out? Here on lap 129, Almeida all over the back of him. They're fighting out behind. Butsev in third. Moncasi is fourth. Brooks up to fifth. Mashkov holding that bottom line. Does not want to give up that position. Look at this battle here. It's Bardelli Jr. and Dennis Utigen after each other. Utigen down below the white line there. Utigen, I don't know why he got driven down there, but he was below the white line. He gives up those spots. Iglesias in this mix. Bezrikov, Iglesias. Oh, contact right there. They keep it straight. Back up here up front. Racing intensely behind Alexander Mashkov. Looking out of the back of Alexander Mashkov's machine. Sergei Butsev in this mix as well. Across the start finish line, we got 2 to go. Can Mashkov hold on to take this race win? Ricardo Almeida looking to try to make it 2 in a row. They're side by side behind. Dan Richter in this mix. He has been lightning fast. Butsev losing a position. Dan Richter now up to third. Butsev losing another position. Brooks takes that spot. Across the start finish line, 1 to go. Dan Richter in that Purdue University sponsored machine. Now Ricardo Almeida has to play a little defense. Richter up on the outside line. Mashkov slides up the track. That's going to leave the door open for Ricardo Almeida. He's not able to pull off the pass. Dan Richter now on the outside line. He's got a little bit of help here. Mashkov coming off turn 4. Can Alexander Mashkov come away with the win? And he does! Alexander Mashkov holds on for the race win. Ricardo Almeida finishes in second. Dan Richter third. Oh my heavens. Michael Brooks finishes in the 4th position. Dennis Lisenko finishes in 5th. And that was a heck of a slugfest right there. Great racing. So Alexander Mashkov in the Honda finishes in P1. Big win for him. So congratulations to Alexander Mashkov. Not going to do a burnout, huh? Guess that must be a Russian thing. So congratulations to Alexander Mashkov on getting a great win there. Heck of a battle there. I tell you what, Dan Richter really was the spoiler, in my opinion. Mashkov going to come out there and do his burnout, I think. So Mashkov with the win here at Las Vegas. We'll take a look at the session results here. Alexander Mashkov gets the win. Ricardo Almeida finishes in second. Dan Richter finishes in the 3rd position. Michael Brooks finishes 4th. Dennis Lisenko finishes in the 5th position. Sergei Butsev 6th. Alex Kuti finishes in the 7th position. Zach Moncasi finishes 8th. Jesus Iglesias finishes in the 9th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in 10th. finishing in the 11th position, I think. No, looks like not going to give us that there. So, because there's the top 10. So congratulations to Alexander Meshkov on getting the win here at Las Vegas. We'll see if we can't get a word with Alexander. Okay, we're joined up here in the broadcast booth by Alexander Meshkov, and a big race win here at Vegas. Congratulations, Alexander.
Thank you, Heath.
Well, we had two pretty good green flag runs, and you got your car up front. Great pass there on Ricardo Almeida. And was the strategy from that point on just to guard the bottom line?
Strategy was pretty simple, just cover inside line. And I pass Almeida just on restart. It was only opportunity to pass him. I think the last minute setup change was I decided my race. When I just little tune my gearbox to have a good restart. Before that, I didn't even think about it, but it was a pretty long gearbox, pretty long 4 gear, 5 gear, 6 gear, just for ultimate speed. Today, I didn't even use it. I just use it on restarts and all race on 5th gear. Finally, I made this the checkered flag on first. I'm pretty excited.
Well, you had a good qualification run too, and I just had a feeling. I was talking about you all night long here because I had a feeling, just looking how fast your car was, that you had a shot to win this thing. And I had a feeling you were pretty nervous there on that last stint.
Yes, even on the last lap, I was pretty nervous, and I did a small mistake. Ricardo had a chance to pass me on the last lap, but he decided to make it safe, and I don't know, there are some guys battling behind us. It was pretty nervous.
Yeah, Dan Richter had a fast car up on the high side too, and it looked like you might have gone up to the high side there, questioning whether you might have needed to play a little defense with that car in the second lane.
I can't make outside work. We had a green flag run with Ricardo, and about 20 laps I feeling that outside didn't work. It was easy to catch him, but do not overtake.
Well, I'm going to ask you to give up a secret here. Did you feel a little bit comfortable knowing that Sergei Butsev and Nikolaj Bezrikov were in that area with you, and that you might have a little bit of help from those guys?
Yes, I was very comfortable with these guys behind me, and with Denis Lysenko also. We just chatting in Discord during the race, and they told me that they can help.
You got an Iowa Speedway coming up next week. How do you feel about that short track?
I love short tracks. Las Vegas and Atlanta Speedway, I didn't like 1.5 mile ovals because you can just sit on inside and nobody can overtake you. That you can have a very good race in short ovals. I just want to see what lines it can be in short oval.
Well, congratulations. Always a class act, the way you drive other racers on the track, and a lot of respect there goes out to you. Congratulations on your race victory, and good luck to you next week, sir.
Thank you, Heath.
That's Alexander Meshkov here joining us up in the booth, and like I said, man, a very class act. The way he drives guys, the way that he operates that car there on the track, and the way he treats other drivers there is definitely something to be exemplified. He does a great job, and what a good win there for Meshkov and his bid for a championship run here in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. So congratulations to that camp. Don't forget, coming up next week on Friday, May the 7th, we'll be back at it for race number 6 in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. Should be a great race. 110 laps at Darlington Raceway. The Lady in Black in the Xfinity Series. And racing will start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got a little bit racing headed your way later this evening. Darlington Raceway in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Cars. Race number 3 in that second season of 2021. And that should be a great one. 146 laps from the Lady in Black. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Greatly appreciate the dedication to come out and stick it out here for us. A little bit of challenging day today, but we got it taken care of, and we got a good broadcast in. And again, thanks for your understanding. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel. And then also in the description of the race, there is a link to head over to the Fanatec website. If you're interested in purchasing some stuff through them, please give those guys a look. Greatly appreciate your help and assistance and patronage here at TurnLeftTV. Well, congratulations to Alexander Meshkov. Great race for him. Big popular win for Alexander, and he is definitely going to cherish this one, I think, for a while. Big field here tonight, 19 drivers, and Alexander Meshkov comes out on top. Well, that's going to do it for us here on TurnLeftTV. Until next time, I am out of here.